Hello everybody and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. Since we are heading into October very soon and a lot of you fellow artists will be participating in Inktober, I thought we would discuss the various pen options out there and also a little cautionary tale about fake microns. So here we have what I consider to be the four kings of water-resistant / waterproof pigment fine liners. The Micron, since we are talking about microns. So of course this is the Japanese style needle tip nib. Micron 03. This is considered by many on YouTube and in the art community to be the gold standard of pigment liners. And it is pretty darn good, but it's not the only option. Copic Multiliner. These are waterproof when dry, but more importantly, if you are a marker artist, they are Copic marker proof. Copic 03. Then we have the Staedtler Pigment Liner. This is actually my favorite fine liner when I'm drawing mandalas and that sort of stuff. Staedtler 03 blah blah blah. Faber-Castell Pitt pen, another excellent option. This is the nib size S, and I have no idea what size that actually is. It looks to be a little bit bigger. Whatever. Let's call it FC for short. FC Pitt S. Yeah, this looks like it's probably more like an 05. So as I said, all four of these are meant to be waterproof when dry. Micron. Doing good. Copic. Also doing good. Staedtler. Yep. Faber-Castell. Yep. These are waterproof. If you're into more of a brush or plastic nib type pen, you might have seen the Micron PN. Here it is. Micron PN. Very, very nice. You can get some line variation, not a whole lot. Now there are these Tombow calligraphy pens. The two different colors are differences in the nib, not the color. They are both black ink, despite the fact that this one's green and this one's blue. Tombow. Let's do GR for green. That was a very soft, flexible tip, just for reference, the green one. And Tombow blue. That is a much firmer nib, closer to the PM, but not quite. Edding brush pen. Very, very nice. Edding. Whee. Of course, the Micron PN is just as good as the other Microns. The Tombow is doing pretty good. The edding is not waterproof. Be careful on that. The Zig Rider for Vellum. It has this nice little plastic nib that's similar to the PN and those Tombow pens, and it has this much bigger marker type bullet nib. Zig. Whee. Sharpie fine liners. Sharpie Pen. Okay, yeah, the ultra fine is not as fine. Ultra fine. Point. Whee. Now, of course, these are Sharpies. You know they're going to work. They're going to be waterproof. They're Sharpie. But, like Sharpie, they are going to feather out on thirstier papers. Particularly this fatter one. I don't know why this is called ultrafine. It's not. Waterproof. Basic writing pens. This is a Uni-Ball Signo, which is a gel ink. Signo. This is the Pentel EnerGel metal point. So EnerGel, the Pilot Hi-Tecpoint V7, Hi-Tecpoint. Now, it should not be any surprise to anybody, but gel pen is not waterproof. Keep that in mind. Fountain pens. Now, this one, I don't really think it has a brand. Oh, there we go. It's the Jinhao? I don't know. Jinhao. These are an Asian brand and they are excellent. Very nice weight to them. Very, very nice nibs and everything. I am using it with the ink cartridge it came with. So, technical difficulties. I haven't written with it in a while, so it's not flowing well. But again, the ink it came with, so not waterproof. Watch out for that. Of course, you can put whatever ink you want in a fountain pen. Moving on to the Micron imposters. This is STA or STA. I believe this is actually just a legitimate art brand in Asia. STA 03. Whee. For drawing in 03. For drawing. That's an A, not an O. This is just called drawing. But if you were just to glance at this, like it kind of looks like a Micron, right? Drawing 08. This is a micro line in 05. This is put out by Superior, not Sakura. They are Superior. But again, the packaging is very, very similar. They are definitely trying to fool you. Micro line 05. The fake that claims to be a Micron. Now, of course, that's spreading around the ink, but the STA is waterproof. That was not from the STA. Here, I'll wipe it off and try it again on the STA. Not the STA. The STA is good. This is good. It's waterproof. For drawing, it's fairly waterproof. Once you go back and forth a bit, you'll start to pick up a little bit. It's not bad. That's this one. Also pretty good if you want to pick up this instead. The drawing one, this one, absolutely not waterproof. The Micro Line by Superior, absolutely not waterproof. This fake Micron, really, really, really not waterproof. So here we have a full 6-pack set of legitimate Microns and their equivalents in the fakes I ordered off of Wish before I knew the difference. Now, at first glance, these look exactly the same. But if you're looking closely, you might be able to tell the legitimate one is on top here. The wording with Micron, the fake letters are slightly thicker. Very importantly here, the writing under the AP seal is completely different. Legitimate one has less writing under the seal. And just in general, the barrel is a slightly different color. On the ends, on the caps here, the legitimate Micron writing is much, much thinner. You'll notice, though, that they have just every detail in there. That is the Sakura logo. This writing is all the same. It makes the same claim. It even has the same barcode. So anybody who gets fooled, like, you are completely forgiven for being fooled. But you've been fooled. The fake is on the left. These are both a 0.05. 005. So here we have a comparison of the lines. Sorry about the O2 on the fake side, it's dying. I don't know why. I got these about 4 months ago. They're pretty close, but they don't really match up. We can't really compare the two because it was dying. But these O5s are not the same. This O5 is thinner. The O1s, not the same. Again, the fake is bigger. The O3, for some reason, the legitimate one looks bigger. O5s, that's starting to look okay. O8, that's looking the same. Now, of course, for the water text, real, no problem. Fake. Whee! Look at all that smudging. Not waterproof. Now again, I wanted to show you these fake ones. All the pieces are just thicker and clunkier and not very well finished. Look at these rough pieces on the end of the metal needle point there. And of course, this black ring here, because a lot of these leaked in shipping and I had to clean them off, but then they've continued to leak and it's inside the cap, and yeah. This is so poorly put together that this has come off when I didn't want it to a few times. Particularly when I'm using it and I take it off and I stick the cap on the end and I pull the cap off. Sometimes this comes off. And then that happens. And this goes flying across the room and makes marks on your floor. Not fun. So, in summary, all of these pens before you are ones that I would recommend for Inktober or any other inking need. If you are ordering cheapies from places like Wish and AliExpress, these ones are pretty darn good. The kings are, well, this is the Micron PN. The kings, of course. Micron, Copic, Faber-Castell, and Staedtler. I rate all of these equal in terms of a nice waterproof pigment liner. If you are working specifically with Copic with Copic markers, obviously the Copic is pretty good. Micron is also really good. Faber-Castell and Staedtler, well, they'll do funny things with some alcohol inks, but they are great for water-based materials. If you are wanting more flexible tips, more line variation, the Tombows are pretty waterproof and they are very nice. If you're wanting something completely different and waterproof, the Zig Writer 4 Vellum is very nice. If you are on a budget and you don't want to be scammed, so you're buying local, Sharpie pens, you cannot go wrong. They are permanent, they are a Sharpie, but they will feather. If you don't mind not being waterproof and you like calligraphy brush type pens, edding is excellent, but again, you know, not waterproof. And of course, if you are getting a cheap fountain pen, Jinhao is good. I do recommend them. I had a little bit of trouble here because it's been sitting not used for quite a while. But it is a good pen, I promise. There we go. You can get quite a bit of line variation. I do love this pen. those are my recommendations. That's my review of these markers and my warning about fake microns. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on Tuesday with a regular art video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.